I'm pretty sure that there's just a little bit of over there at Disney. It's just kind of like, God damn, couldn't you just wait a week or two? Couldn't you wait?
No, they got to get on it.
No. The way y'all treated him in court, why should we wait?
Yeah, no. And look, ain't nobody scared of that mouse. Tell that mouse, fuck him. Who said that? He did. Martin, let me tell you something. He's mastered the art of the T-shirt. He went on and got his, we need a black belt in here. And after you get back from the DT merch store and you got all that toasted goodness on, why don't you go over to doubletoasted.com, and if you're not already a member, then please subscribe. One of the easiest ways to do it is with your Amazon account. Use it with the Amazon Pay button. Put your password in there. Put your username in there. Press enter, and is it that toasted goodness all over your body? Get her, man, get her.
It's the fucking Dolomite movie right here.
I know. But I do have to talk about the artist of the month that we have, Samantha. Oh. As you can see, you can get it in 2 colors. You got it in the black. Also, you got it in the dark olive right there. And that is going to be up until the end of October. After that, you ain't going to see it no more. All right, let's go ahead and get into our bit of news here tonight before we get out of here. And let me see what we got. Yeah, boy, DC didn't waste no time.
That's what I said, man.
Well, your boy James Gunn, the day it was official that James Gunn was fired, Warner Brothers got on the phone. Oh, Jimmy.
O'Brien.
Oh, Jimmy. They said, hey, man. They say, you know what? Fuck that mouse. We love pedophile jokes. Come over here. Come over to our place. Tell all the jokes you want to. We got you, man. Plus, we got a project for you that we think you might be interested in. You might be the perfect man for it. And we're talking about, of course, the firing of James Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy. And as many people came out and tried to defend the man, tried to get his back on things, as many people came out and said, look, man, that's some old shit. And he made y'all money, man. Come on. What are y'all talking about? But the
mouse has his pride.
The Disney said, well, we got kids too with a lot of parents out there.
The brand.
Okay, we want to take the hit on Guardians, but we don't want this to taint any future projects down the line. And that's when DC came in and said, well, shit, that's your loss. Our gain.
Yo, we trying to get something done.
We trying to get something. Yeah, we tried. Shit, we need help.
Well, we've been fucking up. So
yeah, he can come on here and tell all the jokes he wants to.
He can touch my taint.
Yeah. Look at him. He looking like, hey, got a joke for you, Disney.
Yeah. What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Mouse said, all right, hey, don't fuck around. I can make some calls over at DC too.
Yeah, exactly.
But it really was. This man got out it was almost like he barely got into the parking lot, and they just swooped down and got his ass.
Come on, Slick.
The shit was almost the shit was almost predatory. It's almost like waiting on a runaway at the bus station. They picked his ass up quick. It is like a prostitute. They got him like a prostitute looking for a new pimp.
I'm telling you, yeah.
DC does not give a fuck. They got things to do, and that's what is happening here. They said that they've gotten James Gunn to come in and do a rewrite of the script for Suicide Squad 2.
They all in that picture, all look like, please,
yeah.
Don't fuck this next one up for us.
This picture looked like none of them want to do this shit. You know what this is? This is we wish we were at Marvel Pictures.
I love that they still have that picture of the guy who dies 10 minutes into the first one.
Like he's gonna do something. And they kept that a secret, like anybody gave a fuck about that dude.
Right.
And this, what they're saying is that they have him not only tapped to rewrite the script, but also to possibly direct. And I hear that from news later today that the guy they did have to direct, which is Gavin O'Connor, that he's actually out.
Oh,
Yeah, they say here, you know, because he was going to be, he was pretty much a shoo-in. This guy who did like Warrior with Tom Hardy and all that stuff. I mean, he was pretty much a shoo-in. And the day that James Gunn got fired, they were like, yeah, tell Gavin we'll call him back. Get James on the phone.
Yeah.
We want to talk to him right now. And apparently the idea that he had, I don't even think they said the idea that he had, they said like, what, you mean Guardians? Because that's what we're going to do. That's all we want. That's all we want you to do. Shit, we might even throw in a talking possum or something. You know, because I mean, you look at this is, because over there, I know that now, I'm pretty sure that there's just a little bit of over there at Disney. It's just kind of like, God damn, couldn't you just wait a week or two? I mean, couldn't you wait?
No, they got to get on it.
No. The way y'all treated him in court, why should we wait?
Yeah, no. And look, ain't nobody scared of that mouse. Tell that mouse, fuck him. Who said that? He did.
that was goofy. Pluto was talking a lot of shit. I don't know.
Nah, man, they did not wait, and they had to jump on this immediately because the timing was too perfect.
Oh yeah,
the timing was way too perfect on this because you know everybody sees this. I mean, they are pretty much the same thing. I mean, they're both character-wise kind of the same. You know, a ragtag group of assholes who actually do something good and they're heroes for a day. The movies they have, you know, they have a very colorful palette to them.
Yeah,
to try to keep that was part of their marketing. Also, to separate the film from being the darker films to being a little more fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, shit. Even with the marketing of the movies themselves, like in the trailers, I mean, everybody knows that one of the biggest selling points of Guardians was the soundtrack, a retro rock pop, sometimes funk fusion of a bunch of other genres from the 70s and 80s.
I see it within you. Fear, jealousy, betrayal.
You know, that's awesome. Gets people pumped and going. Suicide Squad said, we're going to yank that shit. We can do that too.
Is this the real life?
Let me out of here, Donald, please.
Let me have you, Rodney! Is this just fantasy?
They're pretty much the same movie, except one sucked and the other didn't.
Right.
Didn't they?
They should have copied that one part.
Yeah.
The good writing.
The movie.
Yeah.
No, but didn't they have a team come in and recut the trailer?
They had what they did was they saw that the trailer performed so well that they just started doing it with different songs.
Yeah.
They had I think 2 different trailers where it had sort of the same marketing in that, you know, we're gonna take a popular song and apply it, and that's gonna be
great.
And that's gonna be the big selling point.
Right.
And it did. I mean, whether you like Suicide Squad or not, Academy Award winning, it's whether you like
Everybody's like, nigga, fuck you.
Hey, I didn't present the shit. That's where it is. You act like I was on stage, and the Academy Award goes to fuck you.
Fuck you, Warren, baby.
Yeah. You know what? Had I been on stage, I would have ran out with that shit. You ain't getting it.
No, I'm not reading this.
No.
I don't care.
Here you go, Faye Dunaway.
No.
What does it say? Don't worry about what it says. Yeah. Now nobody knows.
Academy Award goes to me. You know,
This shit ain't right. Stop crying.
But if whether you liked it or not, it sold the movie.
It's a great trailer.
It's a great trailer. Got people hyped, and the movie sold a lot of tickets, and it made a shitload of money. And so they figured, you know what? Imagine if we actually had somebody who did a good job with this. How much money we probably make.
Yeah, who was able to make a shit ton, an even bigger shit ton of money from doing the same thing.
That's when you know. That's when you know that the mouse got some power. When somebody says, "Man, I made you so much money." No, you didn't. I'll get another hoe to direct this shit. You ain't shit, James.
You already set it up for
Yeah.
You used up, baby. I need sockets so fresh. I don't give a fuck.
Mickey said, as much as people love Marvel, you know who directed this movie? A computer, bitch. No, I know James Gunn. No, he did bring a certain sensibility to it. And Disney's making so much money that they can actually let this guy go and probably manufacture some kind of other hit out of this property right here. People are already saying that there's names that they can get to probably do this. It might not be James Gunn, but it could capture the spirit of what they're doing. They're talking about people like what's his name?
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, or the guy that did Shaun of the Dead. What's his name? Edgar Wright.
Oh, Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
Man, but they're going to go back to other people they shit on and go like, oh, come on back. You know we just playing.
Yeah, exactly. Man, we don't want you to do that little Ant-Man shit.
No, we have bigger things for you.
Yeah. I mean, what you want to do? You want to direct the Ant or Galaxy, man? Come on.
We'll stay out of it this time.
Yeah.
No, seriously, though. I mean, we'll mostly stay out of it. You know how it is.
Until we get back in it.
Yeah.
Until you sign that contract and you are a bitch again. But
Oops, did I say that out loud?
this is something where that it's Disney doesn't care. I can tell you that right now. They didn't care before. They didn't want them back. They'll find some kind of way to do it. A lot of these things are, while they do let the directors bring their own vision to it, and James Gunn did put his stamp on this. They'll all these things are overseen by one person with a committee that makes sure that these things kind of stick to what they want their properties to be. So I understand why Disney didn't fret over it. They're probably not worried about it right now, but it does have some validation for the people who thought that this was unjustified, the firing that he got. And that is, I'm one of those people. I didn't think the jokes were funny. Something where I thought, okay, you know what? They should probably be called out, because why was he doing that anyway? But at that point he had stopped. And a lot of people said, this is not a guy who's going to go back to that kind of behavior, especially now that he's playing with a big corporation. And why, he's making you enough money to where fans are willing to overlook this. Why are you going to let him go?
Well, plus when somebody's like, well, I didn't think that was funny. It's like, well, okay, humor is subjective. There's a lot of stuff you think is funny that I don't. That doesn't mean somebody should be punished for it. And
well, it depends on what situation it is.
But you can think about the humor that we used to do back on Spill when we started. We were a lot edgier, and somebody could just pull out some of that those old tapes and go like, oh, what about when you said this? And like, yeah, man, it was a different time and place. I didn't really mean that, but you said it though. Okay, it was a decade ago.
I said some fucked up shit back then.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna be the person to sit up here, because I mean that. There's a guy that was like 40 something. Like I said, I'm like anybody else. I'm just saying this because I don't want anybody to think like overlooked it.
There's an age limit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah, Martin, I'm gonna say it. Like if you're 40 something, to like tweet out pedophile jokes, in abundance, and even when you collect them over time, it's just kind of like, wow, that was your sense of humor. But I think there's a certain point. Again, it is subjective. But I do think there's a certain point where you're old enough to probably know better, but that's not a reason to actually come in and fire somebody who has moved on from those.
How many jokes was it?
But I mean, I don't want to treat a pedophile joke the same way you treat a pedophile action.
We don't have to like look at that either and like make comparisons. Like, well, at least he wasn't raping little boys. Like, I know that, but it's like, it does cause one to pull back and be like, damn, that was kind of rough. But but I'm not somebody who's going to hold it against him. Who's going to be like, well, that's in the past. Why are you going to fire this guy after you've let him come in? And listen, for those who would like even getting a hint of me saying that this guy, I'm against what he did with the pedophile jokes, I'll call it out if it's something that was kind of something to look at. But I did make a whole video about, well, if you're going to fire James Gunn, and me and my whole thing with Hollywood these days, I'm like, you got to fire all these other people that did much harsher things in the past. It just seemed really selective that they came in and decided to like pull this guy because it wasn't because they really care about the jokes that he made. It was all about,
they don't give a fuck about that.
This is a business move. This is saving face. This is something that's fresh in the middle of a movement. Mm-hmm. This is something that's fresh in the middle of things that are happening with people's emotions being high about certain jokes that are told, especially with sexual violation.
Well, sure.
And that's why they did it.
It's the same concept as Meryl Streep coming out and talking shit about Harvey Weinstein when like 3 years ago she called him God.
Yeah.
It's
like,
exactly.
Exactly.
Don't you remember? She forgot all about all that shit. But then,
Meryl Streep and a whole bunch of people in Hollywood, some of the biggest hypocrites, and they will praise these people who are actually rapists, who actually do harm on people. They will cover up for people. They will cover up for real racists. But as long as those people are either, not going too far or keeping it hidden,
or not raping me,
or not. Oh yeah, or they're making enough money along with enough power to hold on. But James Gunn was a fucking pawn, man. James Gunn ain't got the power that Mel Gibson got. You know what I'm saying? James Gunn ain't got the power that Mel Streep got. James Gunn ain't even got the power that somebody like Roman Polanski or even Harvey Weinstein has, who was able to get away with that shit for a long time.
Right. As far as Mel Gibson's concerned, he may as well be a pack of niggers.
So,
you know?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's what he said.
Yeah, don't look at him like he's the wrong one. Hell, that's the Mel Gibson one that said
it.
But you know, look. So that's why I have to say, there's a lot of shit that people look over and gloss it over and let it slide. So I do not blame DC at all for coming in and picking this man up. And on top of
DC ain't blaming you either.
What's that?
DC ain't blaming you. They need
this.
It's
a good move for them. It's good PR for them.
Yeah,
I mean they're getting a competent director who can handle this, and just the good PR from people who are like, okay, good, somebody who's who's rescuing this guy or doing the right thing.
Yeah,
and that's a good point. It's a great good point.
Yeah, you know,
somewhere Will Smith is going, oh, thank God, I need this one. He's at home cooking his glass, boy.
Well, he's got
goddamn.
Well, he's got Bright.
He's got Bright 2 coming out. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh,
this is gonna be awesome.
That's why.
Maybe I.
You said that shit like this is gonna be awesome. Wow.
It's anything like the first.
But I hated the first. Everybody didn't. Nobody liked the first one.
No. But with this, the question is now. Okay, he's back. Some people gonna like it. Some people not. More people than not are gonna be fine with it, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, this makes perfect sense." I mean. With DC wanting to go in and improve their films, trying new things, finally bringing in some directors who they're not trying to make them stick to the dark vision that Zack Snyder had. They really are, because they said we're the studio directors, one director, because everybody had to do that dark shit with them. Right. Now we're coming in and we're getting those different directors who are going to do a good job. But the thing is, how can they actually do Suicide Squad? What's going to actually make it better? I got one thing that they should do. First of all, get a better villain. But this,
who was the villain?
Exactly.
Was that woman with the smooth moves?
The Enchantress.
Yeah,
because the Enchantress in this movie, man, it was such a bad villain because
terrible.
There was no real backstory, motivation, or as some of the things we said for villain, no real development for this character. I mean, take some scenes like the one scene where she went in and just picked the Negro up at the subway and made him a henchman. Just random blacks extra, number 5,
Do him like that?
Yeah, and possessed him, and then he became like her side man, King Tut. All she did was go
side Negro.
Yeah. And from that point on, all she did was create zombies and do a little popping and shocking dance throughout the film. This little better dance she got going on. Outside of that, and also monologuing. Outside of that, you remember how bad that was?
It was, but that was smooth.
Yeah. Welcome, Suicide Squad, to my land.
And they ask you to care about what her motivation is, and you don't know what it is.
Well, plus it was that whole thing of we got to put a team together to stop. This person who we actually put on the team, we caused the problem that we're putting this team together to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
We need a crazy bitch with a bat.
Is this
to complete the team?
Yeah, looking at her, it's like what is this? Is this a climax or a dance off? What was that series of dance movies called? Step up. Yeah. Shit, this Suicide Squad a Step Up 5. You know what? She's like, looking like a America's Got Talent and shit. Claire, nothing against Cara Delevingne. I've seen in some things where she's a fine actress, but the development of that character right there was awful, man. And another reason why this is so bad is because the Suicide Squad they're criminals. They're a bunch of criminals who, it seems like if you want to do something with them, don't have them fight some magical special effect just so you could have a big magical special effect at the end of the movie. Have them be criminals. Have them go in and pull a heist. Have them fight.
That would have made so much more sense.
Have them do a heist. Have them fight something that's a bigger scope of crime, instead of doing fighting a goddess in a subway.
Right. It's like it keeps saying, don't forget we're the bad guys. I'm like, well, nigga, let me know what time so I can be there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen y'all do.
It's that same trap that Venom and Hancock fell into. It's like, hey, we're the bad guys, but we don't really do anything bad.
Now, the other thing that they should do with this, they should do, if they want to do, if they really do want to do a Suicide Squad movie, don't do a part 2. Do a soft reboot.
Yes, reboot.
Yeah.
Normally I'm against it, but sometimes it is what's called for.
Do a soft reboot of this. I mean, go ahead and play with the fans. Make a nod or a mention, but do it in a joke. Do it in some kind of way that they can just acknowledge it just quickly, so that we don't have the fans who saw the first one just be confused. Get it out the way. Act like nothing ever happened.
You can always make a quick mention.
It was all a dream.
You can't do that shit like they did Dallas. No, but also people were pissed off because they Billy D'd Jared Leto.
Well, you know something.
Well, I mean, like he was in the movie for 5 minutes.
No, okay. Now to answer that,
5 minutes too long.
He was actually in the movie. He was actually in the movie a lot. He was actually in the movie.
They cut it all out.
But the problem with Jared Leto in the movie. Well, you know what? Before I even talk about Jared Leto as a Joker, let me lead into that by saying, they can do good by that character if they actually, and I brought this up before, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm sorry if you heard me say it. This is their chance to do the right thing with the right story.
It's time for a very big bang.
This is an assault on Arkham. That's right. This is a straight to video animated version of a story where Batman has to go into Arkham to stop the Joker, but before he gets there, they have the Suicide Squad that they put together. Most of the characters that we see, Deadshot, the white one. Yo, man.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Yo, I can shoot things with one bullet, man.
Right, baby.
But no, not that I actually like Will Smith in the movie, but he was a different version. Here you get the comics version of Deadshot. You get what's her name? Harley Quinn, Killer Croc. You get a bunch of people you saw in the movie, but what's going on with this is that they're going to Arkham to stop, for one, victims from being killed, people who are hostages, and I think there's a bomb threat too.
Yeah. And
the person who has planted the bomb, the person who has this hostage situation going on, is the Joker. That's why this makes sense, because the Suicide Squad not only should be pulling off heist or trying to stop bigger threats, but they should be doing it with a villain that we all know.
Sure. And also this is effective in that one of them gets killed and you go, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all ain't playing around.
Yeah. When the joke, if you see somebody kill one, and don't throw in some random Native American we ain't seen, and act like, oh shit, we fooled you. Did not nobody gave a fuck about him. I was hoping he would die so we can get him out the way, because he didn't do shit.
He didn't.
I think the biggest thing he did was say hi. I didn't even think he gave his name.
I like Adam Beach.
Yeah. Everybody's on the everybody's like introduce themselves. Who are you?
Don't worry about it.
I won't be here long.
Yeah, this dude, he's like, nobody gives a fuck, man. Harley, what's going on? But
is that a red shirt you have on?
But with this, they can finally get the Joker right, because with the Joker, what they're gonna do is, if they do an Arkham, an Assault on Arkham movie, then we have the Joker that everybody's used to. Because in the Suicide Squad, the biggest problem with them using Jared Leto as a Joker was probably not Jared Leto. The problem wasn't even the look, except for the look they tried to make him too much of a gangster.
Yeah,
I didn't like the look at all.
And this, I mean, he was not the Joker. He was just a thug. That motherfucker's a rapper. They had him being a gangster, hanging out in the club, talking street.
I don't want no beef.
You want no beef? You don't want no beef?
I don't want no beef. I mean, the Joker in the club, hanging out with other people who getting drinks and dancing, carrying off his crimes all out in the open, like drug deals. What they miss with the Joker is that the Joker's a criminal mastermind. A lot of people call him Pete. Now that's the thing that confuses you with him. Is he really insane, or is he just a criminal mastermind? And he does things by gangster means, by the look, but he's really a terrorist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jared Leto was just extra. Like, you know what I mean? What's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna give Harley to this big hunka. You're like, sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down. Yeah.
And take that lipstick off.
Yeah. The least crazy person is the person who's trying to convince you how crazy they are.
I'm a gangster.
No, you're
soft.
boring. Just shut up.
Motherfucker, you just came from an insane clown posse commercial. Shut the fuck up. And that's what they miss with him. But if they do this Assault on Arkham movie, what they could do is they could actually bring back Jared Leto, who said, "With the problem with my character in the movie is not only they have the wrong image, but they did nothing with that character. Yeah. Some of my things were in flashback. Some of my things I was just doing. I was just playing the role of a heavy gangster. I wasn't really doing Joker type stuff. And some of the Joker stuff that he did do that was remotely close was cut out the film. And that was Jared Leto's biggest complaint. He said, "Man, they cut half my shit out. They didn't give me a proper story. So yeah, that's why y'all hate me, because the character was done wrong. But if they get that right, then they can come back and bring in the Joker that everybody had wanted to see when they introduced him in Suicide Squad."
Yeah, I just didn't feel him. The way he decided to play the character just didn't work for me at all.
I'm willing to give it a chance because he wants to come in and prove himself, and I just don't think. I mean, it was under David Ayers, who does all these street movies,
right?
Anyway, L.A. street movies. So, that was him putting his stamp on that. Now, to see what I would be very curious to give this guy another chance under the direction of James Gunn.
Sure,
to see what they would do, because I think that they could do something with this. And really, the way it got to a point where with Suicide Squad, they tried to play it real serious. By the climax, people talking about, "Yo, man, that's my family." It's like, no, y'all a bunch of fucking clowns, man.
I know you 3 days, goddamn.
Yeah, and if they play
when that Diablo character was using powers that he'd never talked about before he got started.
Yeah. They if they come in and actually play the humor up in this, like they kind of showed in the trailer, like they kind of promised in the trailer, then I think we get something here. Now, I don't know if they would do this. I don't know if we'd, I don't know if we'll actually get the movie that I'm talking about. And, that's just my wish, my way of recommending that they could do it better. I don't even know if the script is halfway done yet or not. But that's how I think that they could actually go in and do this right. Any ideas that you guys have?
Well, I mean, you hit most of the things I would have said, because the Guardian certainly set out a blueprint. We know that he can do that. And yeah, starting over, not necessarily doing a remake of Attack on Arkham, because we've seen it and everybody said that. We're watching the first one. It's like, you should just do that. But certainly something similar.
Yeah. When you say similar, what would you think? Like, what would you, if you had to change it from the movie we're talking about, Attack on Arkham, what would you keep and what would you take away?
I like the idea you had for the heist, because you set up something that's similar to an Ocean's 11, but here the twist is that they're supposed to go in on a certain mission and do a thing, yet here they are, criminals. Who's going to stray from the plan?
Yeah, they're going to fuck up. Somebody's going to fuck up.
Not just fuck up, but go like, yeah, I'm going to do this for you, but I see some money in this for me.
Yeah, I'm going to do this, yeah.
And making just secret alliances with each other. They fill them out with more people, with more villains. They can do more with it. Also, I want to see a better Killer Croc than what we got the first time.
Yeah, what's up with all that gangster?
You didn't like the one that wanted BET for his reward?
Yeah, I was like, I was like, BET?
Yeah.
I was kind of offended.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, what you want? I want freedom. What you want? I want $1 million. What you want? I want BET." It's like, brother, this is a joke, right? No,
yeah.
And ribs and barbecue.
No, the black alligator man wants BET. So let's give it to him.
That's the easiest. That's the easiest one to get done.
Or they could start. They could do it with them recruiting more members.
Yeah, they say they're bringing the cast back. No, I don't know if that's the case or not, but that's what I was told today.
Are they bringing everybody in the cast back?
And they even bringing back the Indian that they should.
I was going to say, everybody but Adam Beach, they ain't bringing him back.
I'm not dead. No, yeah, you are.
I mean, he don't even talk like that.
Exactly. You got to sound like Tano.
Like John Redcorn or something.
I'm here. But
my brother.
Yeah, but yeah, man. If you have any recommendations on how they should do Suicide Squad, please let us know. I mean, these are some of ours. Just something, wishful thinking on my part.